mean, we've been asking about Frank and his fractured throat. You come in late. You know, you haven't been in really much all year. What's that like for you? You come in and your center is basically barely able to talk. You don't really know what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, Frank's one of the smarter centers in the game, and it's pretty impressive what he was able to do. And it was everyone up there, it was the guards relaying the calls to the running backs, and obviously when I came in, it was all passes. So that's easy for us to do as quarterbacks. So I was making all the calls, we were relaying. We didn't really seem to miss a beat, and it's pretty incredible when your throat is fractured and you're used to making all the calls.
Did you sense at the time that was possibly what was going on, or?
No one had any idea. We just knew, like, for most of the game, the dude couldn't talk. And when I came up, he's like, I can't talk. Like, you got to make the calls. I'm like, all right, but all good. Like, no, it was funny at the time. It's not funny now because it's a serious injury. But, I mean, the dude played the rest of the game, and I don't know if he gave up a QB hit, and it's impressive. It really is.
Did you think he was messing with you at first, being like, "I'm gonna play prank on you really quick"? Or
no, we knew from the get go. It happened pretty early on, I think. So we knew that was the case.
Cool. Appreciate it. Thanks, Jason.
Yep.
Justin, go ahead.
I know you always prepare for being ready to play at any given time, whether it's coming in 57-minute mark or starting this week. But is the preparation different when there is a realistic, shot that you're going to have to start this contest?
I mean, no, not for me. I mean, I truly it's weird, and maybe that's why I've stuck around so long in this league for 12 years or whatever it is. Like, I truly prepare like a starter each and every week. Like, I'm going to go out there from the start and from the first snap and play. So I'm not going to do anything special. I'm going to trust my process. It's gotten me this far, and it's proven that it's worked for me. So I'll just continue to keep doing what I'm doing.
And Stafford already talked, so there's no chance of a rebuttal here. Is there anything that you do different that maybe can be incorporated into, I guess, a different style game plan that he doesn't do or doesn't do as well?
Yeah, I don't know. You just have to find out on Sunday.
Appreciate it, Chase.
Mm-hmm. Dave?
So if we find out on Sunday, does that mean you're starting Sunday?
We'll see. I don't know. I mean, your guess is as good as mine right now, honestly. Like, no clue. So I'm just I've been getting a lot of reps in practice really since, Staff's thumb has been hurting. So I feel pretty good about it. So we'll see what happens.
So because we all know how tough he is, right? And we all know what it means to him to be on the field. Like, how do you, and again, I know you don't know because he didn't even know, he said as much. Just, do you sort of expect deep down that he's going to try to Willis Reed it, gut it out and get on the field? Like, what do you think that he tries to do?
I mean, knowing him, he tries to play. There's no doubt about it. I mean, the dude is one of the toughest dudes I've ever been a part of and around, regardless of position. But in my mind, like I said, I'm definitely preparing to play. But honestly, it wouldn't surprise. Nothing would surprise me with Staff. I mean, the dude is tough as nails.
And then just my last question, because there's been a lot of talk about his future in Detroit, and you've gotten to know him a little bit this year, I presume. I don't know. What do you make of that talk? People talking about, hey, they need to draft a young guy. If he hasn't won here, move on from him. Just, I don't know. What do you make of it, and have you seen it impact him at all?
No, it's all distractions. I mean, it's all for you guys to talk about. We keep it pretty. We keep the blinders on here, and we really just try to focus in on one game at a time. So, that's for him, and I know he's not concerned about it at all. I know he loves being here in Detroit and he wants to win.
He doesn't call us idiots, though. I mean, you can tell us that if that's.
He's somewhat nice to you guys. So,
Appreciate it, Chase.
Larry?
When did Frank tell you that he had a fractured throat? And in all your years of sports, where does that rank as like the most gruesome injury to play through?
Yeah, I mean, up there, he didn't know he had a fractured throat. He just said, from the start, I think it was like the first or second series. he was just came up to staff, and we're, staff and I are on the sideline looking at pictures and of the last series. Like, I can't talk. He's like, you gotta, like you could barely understand him. I'm like, okay, like didn't know at the time how serious it was, and I honestly think, I don't know if the docs would have let him finish if they knew it was a fractured throat. But he didn't complain about it like one bit. Like he just did his job. It was pretty impressive.
But when did you know that that's what it was? That's what the diagnosis was?
A couple days ago, I think. I think whenever they figured it out, or yesterday or something. I don't know.
All right, two more. Carlos, go ahead.
Hey Chase, coming in like that at the very end with little, preparation time. You come right in, score that sweet touchdown that's, called back, obviously. But did it just feel like you were back at Missouri in 06 running against Oklahoma? Those are some sweet moves, man.
Yeah, I didn't know I still had that sort of speed around the edge, so that gave me a little bit of confidence knowing that at 34 I could still scoot just a little bit, but it was all for nothing. But it was, it would have been nice to score that drive, 7. I know we kicked the field goal, but my mindset was just like, hey, like probably gonna get 2 drives here. We got to score on both of them. The 3rd and 14 is pretty safe with the throw to Hawk over the middle, because I know we needed an onside kick regardless of what we did. So, for the most part, I felt pretty happy. The coach was pretty happy with what I was able to do. Was drive them down. I know we got the big return from Ag. That definitely helps. But I was hoping for another chance. That's for sure.
So since you'll get the bulk of the reps with the first team in practice this week, how much do you get to work on your running game, and how much of a sense do you get that you're still dangerous weapon out there, Mahomes, Lamar Jackson type level guy?
I don't think I'm on that level. Let's just pull the brakes with that. Listen, I'm just going to go through my reads. If a play breaks down, just like any other quarterback, going to try to get out of trouble and find the open guy.
And how much do you enjoy running? Is that something that, you look forward to doing, a component of your game that you like to, exploit?
Not really, because I get tired. And I'm not as in good a shape as I used to be. Pretty good shape, but I prefer to pass the football like a quarterback does. But definitely when stuff breaks down, I can use my legs a little bit.
Thanks.
Last one for Stets.
How you doing, Chase?
Good.
Obviously, I'm sure you don't want to see a teammate injured like Matthew, but I imagine part of you has to be excited at the thought that you might start a football game. Obviously, you've been a backup several seasons now, but I'm sure you play for the love of the game. Obviously, you want to start. So I'm just wondering how mentally, if you're more excited than normal, and how you process the excitement of getting a chance to get out there and play a full game.
Yeah, listen, anytime you get a chance to play and you get a little bit taste of it like I did last week, and then you just don't know what's going to happen. Of course, I'm pumped. I'm pumped to be out there with the teammates, and, you play the game to play. And, if my number's called, I'll definitely be ready.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chase.
Good guys.